So I'm gonna get started. Just to give you some background. So I wanted to do a JSON lesson, but then there's a lot of talk on the schema situation, and I didn't want to waste your time, guys. I like schema, but maybe that's not the best use of your time. So I sent an email. I'm not sure if you've seen. I hope that's okay. We're gonna do Python today. All good? Assuming all good. Okay, so something that is very important in content and we don't give enough attention is the buyer journey. Okay, so each keyword can fit in one of the three stages of the buyer journey, right? And we want to automate this with Python. So first of all, I recommend you copy this and then go to Google, search, right? So there are three stages, obviously: awareness, consideration, and decision. So select any article you like. Here's HubSpot. It's not penalized here. So any article you like, I'll go for Zendesk. And then find the definition of the stages, right? So I'm scrolling, awareness. I'm copying all of this, consideration, decision, right? 1 second.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, we copied this definition here, okay? Paste it, just to get rid of this. And then we want to ask ChatGPT to define word patterns for each stage. So we can use, okay, go up, up, up. We want to find a word pattern for each stage of buying journey using this definition. So what we're doing here basically is um, we have the definition of each of the buyer journey stage: awareness, consideration, and there are some examples as well, and decision. And then we want to create a simple Python script, not machine learning, just a simple script that looks at a keyword and decides, okay, this keyword fits into awareness or consideration. So how can we do this? When we give this to ChatGPT, we're asking it to find the patterns. What type of keywords would fit in awareness? What type of keywords would fit into consideration? And what type of keywords would fit into decision? Okay. Okay. So types of keywords that will go into awareness: ones that have what, how, why, symptoms, causes, problems, best practices, guide to, and then some information about it. Consideration, same. Some keywords, some parts of a keyword that if you see it in a keyword, you know this is consideration. Okay, so again here, pricing and so on. So we're gonna go back here. If stop me if you have questions, if you want to ask about anything. I just sometimes forget that there are people. So okay, so you need to create a Python code that takes an input, a CSV file from the user. Copy this, okay, categorizes each of the keywords into a funnel stage and displays the output and saves it as SC. Why is this hard? Save it as CSV as well. Okay, so we go here. Paste this. Are you following me, or like should I pause till you try yourself? I can pause till you get this first, okay? Get the keyword patterns. Okay, this is what I wrote here. Let me try to make this bigger. Okay. We want to define a pattern for each stage of the buying journey using this definition, and then the text you copied from whatever source you found most relevant. Waiting for you guys to tell me where you are at with this, like done, so I move, like I can keep going, but I don't want to to have a lag between us.
I have pasted that in the file that you provided, more or less, some of the...
So you got the awareness, you got the patterns for the keywords?
No, it doesn't appear. Can you just try again? Would you mind, please?
Sure. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so you went to an article and copied this,
Okay.
right? Copy like the awareness. I just copied everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Copy, and then go to ChatGPT. Okay, using this definition of each stage of the fire. You can obviously write it in your own words, but I'm just like in text to create a pattern for word patterns for each stage can be later used for a Python. It's good to be specific when you're prompting ChatGPT and tell it your end goal as well, like where you want to go. Okay. So there. Okay, so I got this. Did you get this? Word patterns. All have this. Please, guys, either like comment in the chat, do something just for me to know that we're all on the same page. Perfect, Nagit. Thank you. Rashid, Sivaraj, Andrea, Veronica, thank you so much. I can see on your face, thank you for. I'm totally okay if someone doesn't want their camera on, but it's also good to have some people with the camera on, so you just know, are they following? Did I bore them to the answer? Andrea, all good? Okay, so you have the list of patterns. Now we go back here. Okay, we have the patterns, so we want to create Python code here, create a Python code that takes input keyword.csv from user, categorizes each of the keywords into a funnel stage using the above patterns with if else statements, displays the output as CSV. Okay. Okay, so here is what you can see, awareness patterns. So all of these, any keyword that has this, any of these is going to be awareness. And you can actually modify this. It can be just what, because what if, I don't know, what does it also, it may also be awareness, not necessarily what is only, right? So this is not everything, and you're going to need to test it and fine tune it. Guide, for example, I would say a word, a keyword that has guide or tips can actually go into awareness. So we're going to adjust this. Consideration, best, doesn't have to be solutions, best, comparison, I'll compare, choose, like you may want to remove those here. Pros, cons, let's take this and, okay, do you have the same code here or something similar? I'll paste mine in the chat in case anyone needs it. Oh, it's too big. Okay, I'm gonna paste it here in the original notebook, and then you can just make a copy. Okay, so I'm gonna make some adjustments. I'm gonna remove this. What, how, why, symptoms, causes. And you also go through it and think of, okay, I don't think this is how this would be, or I need to include this. So problems, issues, practices, understanding, signs, why I would say here, hi Rasa, guide, um, tips, and then recognize maybe. Okay, consideration, best. Rasa, can you see the Google Colab in the chat? Comparison. I will also add
Not yet.
compare. Okay, I'll share it again. No worries. Okay, so if you note, every time you add something, you add what you come after the comma, add double quotes, whatever word, and then comma. So they have to have commas between each word, need to have a comma between it and the one after. How to choose, which is different than this. So choose, benefits, alternatives, reviews, also review singular. Are you following, guys? If there's any questions, stop me or ask in the chat. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I don't know what we're doing and just lost. Rasa, I'll walk you through what we're doing, okay?
Yes.
So, okay, go here, take buyer journey examples and go to Google and search for this, okay? Look for any page you like that has definition, like the definition of the stages that you like, okay? So what we are trying to do is we're trying to create a Python script that you give a list of keywords and it goes through all the keywords and categorizes them in the buyer journey. There's 3 stages: awareness, consideration, and decision. And the value of this is each stage of those has a different business value. So decision has a high business value, consideration has a middle business value, and awareness has lower business value. It has higher branding value, right? So when I say business value, I mean conversions. So lower conversions, higher branding, but then then it reverses. That you consideration, medium, and then decision would have lower branding but high conversion. Okay, so we want to understand what keyword is in what journey in the buyer journey. Okay, so here these are the three stages. So we're just looking for a definition. We can give ChatGPT, right? A definition we trust. So here you can also not need to do this. Maybe you want to just tell ChatGPT to do its thing, but I wanted to get an external valid source and give it to ChatGPT. So take this and then, Rasa, stop me from doing it too fast or anything.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so we want to use these definitions of the stages of the buyer journey to create word patterns for each stage to be used for a Python script. You know what? I used this last time, so I'm gonna use another one. I'm gonna use HubSpot. Did not get penalized. Okay, let's take this. Okay, so what it's doing is it says if a keyword has what is or why or symptoms, causes, problems, any of these, it means it's an awareness keyword. If it, and then some examples. If it has best, for example, it's a consideration. Top, is it worth? Nice, worth is nice. And pricing, by the way, where's pricing? Pricing here, decision, right? Okay, so using, once you get this list, using this list, these lists, create a Python script that takes CSV keywords and comprises each of keywords into a funnel state. I'm sorry, guys, I'm going through this again, but in case someone missed it, and I also want to make sure that Russ is just like aligned with us. So you get something like this, copy the code and paste it here, which is basically what I'm working on. And then you can edit those, right? Whatever ChatGPT gives you, this is not something you cannot change, right? You can have a different opinion. So consideration, for example, I've noticed something here. Something I liked. Worth. Yeah. Okay, I'll add worth as well. I'm gonna make this pros, cons. Make sure it's all red, because if it's not red, this means there's something like missing, or red and then black comma red. Okay, so best comparison, compare, choose benefits of review, worth, pros, cons, which is, I'll just go for better, top, features, detailed emphasis. Maybe. Reviews, we have reviews here. Review reviews. Yeah, so I added, for example, review singular, even though we have reviews. Okay, I think we're good with the consideration for a start. Like, you're gonna fine tune this as you try it. By pricing, also price, where to purchase, versus, I would actually put this above. Put it here. Discounts, or this, let's go for singular. We can add both, of course. No, I'm not sure this I agree. This as well. Order. Order, just order, not necessarily now. Offer. Okay. Trial. You know what else? Demo. Add demo. Sign up, or sign up in case someone writes it like this. Okay, are we good? You can adjust this as much as you want, right? We're just gonna test it and keep fine tuning it as we go. So next thing is you go to the sample data here, okay, and download this as a CSV. Okay. 1 second. Okay, we're back. So you downloaded this data. Now we want to try this code. Okay. Let's run this code and see what happens. The path. I don't want this. I don't want to add a. Okay, so let's upload it. We're gonna need to upload it. Sample data. Okay, and let's give it an easy name. Just data.csv. Data.csv. Okay, and then let's run the code again. Stay here. Okay, we need to go back and have this, or 1 second. Okay, let's make this a cake small, lowercase. Okay, and this also lowercase. So the title or the name of the column is very important. It has to be the same case as in the code. Okay, so let's try this again. Data CSV. Oh, somewhere it does. It's there somewhere, and we cannot see. Okay. Anyways, we can just call this keyword. Keyword. Okay, let's just rename this and save it again. Okay, and then I'm gonna remove this. Code. Give it a better name. Okay, let's try again. What's that? Okay, we're gonna take this to ChatGPT. Attach the CSV. We're gonna just give it a copy here. So being able to go back to ChatGPT and debug your code is a really important skill. Check the code, ensure that save system. Okay, let's try this. Let's take this small code. It's asking us, okay, test the name of the code, the column. Here. Okay, let's see what is the name of the column. Okay, so it's right. Yeah, let's try this new code. I don't like to delete a code. I like to stack them all. So we are aware of like all the stages. .csv. Okay, worked. However, a lot of these keywords are given unknown. Okay, we want to give a name to save. Let's say output. It's going to show us here, right? The output.csv. So why are these unknown? Let's go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to use this list that we cleaned up here. Guys, if you're lost, let me know because I'm just like working. So it started to show some stuff, right? Consideration, awareness, threat in SWOT, it's unknown. Sarah Tahir unknown, get list of videos. I would add, let's add get in bottom funnel. Let's try again. Get list of videos in YouTube channel. Decision. Python examples. Where would examples go? Who would be able to make a guess? Where should I put examples in here? Yes, yes, of course, Veronica. I'm really sorry. I just saw your message. Definitely, I'm gonna share the recording with you, video recording. No worries. So sorry about this. I just noticed that you message. Awareness.
Awareness, yes.
Okay, let's take a vote. It's not decision. It's either awareness or consideration. So awareness, when the user doesn't know, like maybe like they don't have enough information on the topic to begin with, like um what is or why should I eat healthy? So at a very high level. They know they need to eat healthy, just don't know what that is. Like they need more details on this. But examples is a bit refined. So it's like they know they have a problem. So if I say something like healthy meal examples, would that be awareness or consideration?
Considerations,
Yeah,
I think.
I would think, but I mean, if you think it's awareness, put it there. I just think it's consideration. So Megan, if you want to put it in awareness, that's okay. It's your call. Right? So I'm gonna try to run this code again. Okay, it's getting better. Sarah Tahir. You know what is the problem here? What if a keyword doesn't fit in any of those, like doesn't have this or this or this? Where should it go? And I think, okay, I'll let you think about this first before I jump in and suggest, but let me know, what do you think? If a keyword doesn't have awareness, consideration, or decision, where should it go?
I think I will check what type of unknown keywords we have. Some of them may be the brand names, brand keywords. Some of them.
Decision.
Decision? I don't think it's decision. So, okay, let's look here. Okay, let's put the output first. Output 2. Just look at it and see what's. Okay, unknown. Let's look for all the unknown. List all videos on a YouTube channel. Unknown. I think list would be like get as well. So we can actually add this here. Oh. Here's the thing. List is a very tricky thing because it can also be consideration, like list of top 10. But we don't write list a lot in titles, like list of top 10 movies of all time, for example. Example, so see, we should have added single as well here. Like, I mean, information gain SEO should be, what should this be? You're Andrea, you're muted.
Consideration.
I think it's, you can put it in consideration, but I think it's actually awareness. It's entity visible. Beginners. Projects as well. Projects would go here. Projects. Guys, is this very bad? Because some people left. Not Veronica, but there are other people who just left, and I'm like really concerned. Are you bored, or is anything not going well? Please tell me it's okay. I just want to know what I can fix.
No, for me it's okay.
Okay, I hope it's okay. I'm really sorry about this. I don't know why they didn't like it, so I'm sorry. I hope I'm doing a good job. I'm trying. So, anyways, okay, project. Okay, so let's tell ChatGPT we want this code if a keyword does not fit into any of the buckets, should be marked as aware. Please adjust this code. Yes, ممكن right, Megan. Maybe that's the thing. Okay, it's adjusted. Okay, let's try this one. I'm adding it here. Run data CSV. Okay, and then new output. Okay, here, let's look at this. So now they all have stuff here, right? They all have a funnel stage assigned to them. Did you get this? I'm gonna show you something. Or let's wait this way. Okay. Python script take the output speed and plot a part of number of each number of years in each funnel. Are you, if you're here, just let me know. Sivaraj, Rasa, Megid, Andrea.
Sorry, I'm good. But
Okay.
So if I want to use the same code for my language, I don't need to change something like, I didn't see
Just
the
these.
code for language. I just need to change the keywords like buy, pricing, and price, but in my language, yes?
Yes, exactly. You need to just find the patterns in your language.
Okay, but I don't need to add something like language code.
No.
No, okay.
Okay. So now we're gonna plot. Oh, no, go back. Copy. Okay. If you're here, we're gonna plot a graph. Okay, the output we're gonna new CSV. There is more user-friendly ways we can do this, but let's just say we're doing it this way for now. Okay, I did enter the name with the new output without the CSV. Okay. Here's what I like about this, and this is something I actually do in a content audit, right? So when you show this to a client, you tell them, hey, most of your keywords and your focus is on awareness keywords. You have very little decision. Maybe you need to, which is the money pages, right? Maybe we need to work on getting more decision keywords, right? So it's simple. I mean, you can pull the keywords you have, run them by this script, plot this, and then you show this output. And from there, you can analyze. Sometimes maybe, okay, awareness is too low and consideration is low, and then decision is high. And then you want to change this. Usually, this is the normal way they should look like. Awareness a lot, consideration middle, decision less. But maybe you want to increase this a bit more, and maybe sometimes it's messed up. It's not like this. It's like more decision, but then the other two funnel stages are not don't have enough keywords, which means we need to focus on those areas, right? This is a very important part in a content audit when I perform a content audit for any website. Yes, exactly, Maggie. Yes. What are your thoughts, guys? Questions, comments? How, like, I want all sorts of comments. It doesn't have to be good comments. Just don't throw tomatoes or anything. And don't leave. I mean, if once we're done, you can leave, but I mean, don't leave because it's a bad session. I hope it's not a bad session.
No, it's not a bad session. Each session gives me more understanding about the ways to use to play with the Python code and how to adapt it in my language, because as I say, I wrote once that many tools that are good for English speaking content and keyword analysis or something like that, or even audits, they don't pay attention to rare languages like mine, and we can't use in full potential those tools. So using Python solves a lot of issues and helps me to do the analysis that I can't do with like Hrefs or SEMrush or other tools that are focused to English speaking languages.
Glad to hear that, Rasa. This is very interesting and a very good point because we're so focused on the English content, we forget there's other languages and
and we
the
have
tools.
to pay full price, but we can't use the full potential of the tools just because of the language. And
but if you're using Hrefs, we check with them if you have access to the API. If you can use the API on your own code, like connect the API with your own code, then you can do everything you want, even and get like search volumes and even more stuff. If that's possible, I don't know if their API works on other like how does it work, but if it can be connected and it can give you like the access to your language data, then it's gonna be perfect.
I will check. Also, it helps using code. It helps with some audits with Screaming Frog. There is an option to use specific scripts or something like that, and it helps as well.
And you know what, guys? Another thing I do, okay, so I get a list of all the blogs on a website or all the pages, and then I get their title tags. All of this can be done in one click in Python. Like, give it the CSV of the URLs. It can pull all the titles and then analyze. Okay, this title, this topic is for top or middle of or bottom of funnel, and then you have all this list. And again, you can also show the same graph, but in blogs and pages versus keywords. So how many pages in each stage, right? Andrea, what's on your mind?
Sorry?
What's on your mind?
I think that is very useful for me. Really, my language is not English. I try to understand very well.
Okay.
Yes, but I think that the data is very interesting when I am going to do the audit content, or I for my clients I use the content plans. Okay, when I take some keywords, it's very interesting to know what is the type of the keywords on the funnel stage for this word. It's really interesting for
Yeah, I
example,
mean,
Race tell about they use the tools Href, SEMrush for this, and these tools, for example, for Spanish is very low for to know what is the stage for the keyword.
yeah, I mean, the benefit of this is the money, the dollar value. So awareness, not a lot of conversions, right? And then decision middle conversions, and then consideration middle, and then decision a lot. So even though decision keywords usually have low search volume, they have higher potential of conversion. So you can explain to clients, why are we going after this? So let's say awareness 100K, consideration 50K, and then decision is just 1,000. They would want to go after the 100K. Okay, but the 100K will not get you enough conversions or a lot of conversions as much as those 1,000 ones, because they're narrowed down, and these are people who are very willing to make the purchase or make the decision versus people exploring the topic for all sorts of reasons. Maybe it's a student studying and they're just doing research for school, right? So that sort of thing. So yeah, I love doing this. This is very important for me when I do content audit. Before I start working on a in-depth content plan, I have to do this. explains a lot to the client, it shows them the work they have doing, and you know what, if you have in this sheet, let's say you have here the clicks and maybe impressions, you can also sort and get, okay, for each stage, how many clicks are you getting? And then you can show them this data as well. So a lot of things can be shown here that will give you a lot of insights on what content you should create, what content you should focus on, and so on. I mean, that's today's session, but we can stay. We still have 14 minutes, but I'm okay. If someone wants to go, they can go. You're not like locked in here. But I mean, I would enjoy to talk about Python and SEO and content strategy, that sort of thing. Megat, Sivraj, Rasa. Thank you, Rasa, for your input. That's definitely something I'm going to be sharing. And Andrea as well. It's a very good thing that you brought this up. Sure, Megan. I will also be sharing a lot of stuff. Like every month, I try to run a session. So yeah, next month we have an audit. I'll keep it as an audit for now. I don't think I'm gonna convert it into a Python, but let's see. But yeah, let's see. I think an audit is good for a change. Maybe we can bring up Python. Sivaraj, how's it going? One time I came to this Python session and there was only one person and they didn't have the laptop. So I was like,
But sometimes
was
even watch the session, it's helpful for the
yeah,
ideas, how to fix the code, what to ask for ChatGPT, where to look for the issues like lowercase, uppercase, and something like that.
yeah, that's okay. I don't mind, but I wanted other people to be there. So we like build it together. Like he can join. Of course, I'm happy that this person joined. I'm grateful that they took the time to join, but I was like, okay, I need someone else to like, work with. So yeah, what I'm saying is I'm not very like I'm okay that some people came and left. I'm not sure which is worse, like not showing up or coming in. But it's okay. I'm joking, by the way. I'm totally joking. Thanks, Megan. No worries, Megan. It's okay. So, guys, what else would you like to explore in Python since we're here together and we still have time? And I'm asking this so I can plan next sessions. You know, get your input and see what else we can like build. I was thinking of a rank tracker,
Yes,
right? And then
specifically for my language, it was something that I was looking for, I think, last week, and I was thinking that I need to use Python for this. Also, I think I saw that there are options to run like sitemaps and to look for the issues.
yeah,
And
yes,
I'm not sure, but I think I read something that it is possible to use Python to run an audit of the website if everything is crawlable,
yeah.
if all the content is visible.
Okay. All right, audit. Yeah, we can do that. It's gonna be done in chunks, like so we can, for example, do a task for 404s, do a task for like few things, and then we combine them, right? But it can be done. I'm also thinking of drawing a content map. So I've seen a code that's really good. I'm trying to do it my way. It's very, very good. It's basically um, whatever keyword or main topic you are looking to build a content map around, you find the relevant Wikipedia page, give it to the Python code, and then it starts scrolling based on Wikipedia and draws like a tree of relations. What other topics are related to this, right? It was very, very interesting. Okay, so rank tracker site now. I'm also working on so I'm not sure. I've shared it on LinkedIn. If you need it, I can share it now again. So Brittany Muller had this tutorial on Reddit API. I am super happy with this. So this is something, it's super easy, by the way, guys. I highly recommend trying it out. I'm probably gonna share this again today. So if you, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna email it to you with the video, email you of this session. It's really good because you can get, for example, analyze the sentiments of what people are saying about the brand or what topics are being discussed about a keyword, or so much that can be done with Reddit API. So I love this. What else? Was something on my mind earlier today. Yeah, and sentiment analysis. So what is this? You're trying to analyze what is the gist or the vibes of the content around a specific topic. And you can run it on like the top 20 results, for example, and get some scores and compare it to your content, right? And see, is my content too negative, for example, or too positive, or how does it relate to the sentiment of the results, or also of Reddit as well, right? Like, how are people talking about this? I mean, that's the crazy thing. Python is giving you so many options. Now we need to think, okay, like you have like this Swiss Army knife, and you're like, okay, what else I can do with it? Like you can do so many things.
I tried one code. I don't remember where I found it, but it was in some really known sources like Hrefs or SEMrush. In the article that speaks about the most useful codes of Python in SEO. And I tried one code that analyzes existing content in the blog. We scrape our website, specifically blog posts, with Screaming Frog. Then we upload the file to the Python code, and Python code analyzes relations between the articles, and then gives the score, which articles what score of relation have, which topics are related. And it helps to think about improving of internal linking, and then we can use AI to improve internal linking, because maybe some topics related, but there are no mention of specific keyword, and we can add just one paragraph that speaks about this. So it was helpful for internal linking.
That's really nice. Yeah. Do you have a link to this?
I will check.
If you can send it even afterwards on DM on LinkedIn, so I can share it in the follow-up email afterwards, because I'm sure a lot of people would like to try this. I would like to see it as well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy coding. Okay, so we talked about Reddit API. I also recommend you try Claude API. Why? You can actually run something like this, and then using Claude API, you create a prompt and give it this data and tell it to give commentary or insights on what you should do next. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect. It's like ChatGPT, LLM's sort of output, obviously, but it's a good place to start. And if you want something automated that you edit, then that's a good place good thing to do, right? Like in my last agency, we had an internal tool that automatically creates a report month over month, and it also creates comments of insights of the performance automatically, right? So if you want to have something like this, then Claude API is definitely very helpful. I like Claude API more than generally I like Claude more than ChatGPT for coding, but both would work, of course. Megan, I'm not sure I understand your question. What define the rankings of keywords like SERP checker? I think we're gonna need to use some API, existing API somewhere. I'm not sure which one, but we're gonna need to use an API to do this rank tracker. And I think most of the APIs have a free limit, like 500 searches or whatever, before they need you to pay. So it's good if you want to test out and see if that's the right API for you, but it's definitely going to be using an API. So what is one thing that can be better in the session? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing my best. I'm trying to make sure this is the best, but I know there's a lot of area for improvement. So um, I don't want to come off as annoying as well, but so I mean we're good. If someone wants to go, you can go, guys. I'm not locking you here. I'm gonna wait till the end, till 12 exactly, in case someone has a question or anything, but we're good. Evening, okay, different time. You're in Egypt, Megan? That's a good thing. Maybe next time, not the one that's already planned, but when I plan another lesson, I try different time, maybe in the evening. Okay, I'll give that a try. Thanks, Sivaraj. Thank you. I hope this is useful and you can all use it, guys, in the whatever task you're working on when it comes to content. Appreciate that. Well, I learned not to make last minute changes to the session because apparently it's a problem, obviously, with people coming. So I learned not to do that. It's just I kept like backward and forward on this a lot. So yeah, I was just not sure which direction to go.
For me, it is well.
Excuse me?
For me, it is well. The time
Thank you.
is well, and
Okay.
I am very. It is very useful.
Thanks, Andrea. Appreciate that. No worries, Megan. No worries. Take care. Bye. Okay, guys. Let me know if you have any feedback, Rasa. I'll wait for the link. Bye, Sivaraj. I'll wait for the link so I can wrap it up with the email I'm going to send afterwards with the video recording and everything. Thanks, everyone, and see you next session. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.